tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
Hello. Hey. What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers? What's your tea, darlings? Wait a minute. My eye want to run, honey. Okay. It's another glorious day, my darlings. And I hope you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, you know what time it is, honey. It's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up, honey? Now, listen, I'm going to have to start the top of the show off like this because today we're going to be here. This particular week, this is probably going to be our only show for dishing tea for this week that we're going to have because I got donut factory duties that I must attend to because we got to keep our coin together. I'm on the hunt for sponsors and carrying on so that I can stop being so much at the donut factory, so that this can start to take care of itself. And then, and also what is going to be happening is we're probably going to go down to a 2-day-a-week show. Eventually, what's going to happen is we're probably going to go back to a once-a-week format because, life is changing and carrying on. And now that we are, roller coastering and figure eighting our way through what we have come to know as the quarantine, the pandemic, COVID-19 related issues, life is starting to pick back up again. So we were able to do this on a consistent basis the way that we have. However, the way this platform may be set up, we may go back to a once-a-week format eventually. However, I know for the coming maybe next 2 or 3 months or so, we're probably going to just be doing a 2-day format, probably starting next week. Okay. So that we'll be here Fridays and Saturdays. And that's depending on what Donut Factory is going to have me doing. But we got some changes going on up here at the factory, baby. Lord have mercy. A lot of changes going on. And in order for me to sustain myself, honey, I'm going to have to go back to either 4 or 5 days. Okay. And more than likely, I'm probably going to have to go back to 5 days a week so that we can sustain everything that we need to do here. So I want you guys to be mindful of that because, there will be a couple of changes coming down the pipeline, okay? And then once we go back to the once-a-week format, we'll probably go back to filming the way that we did. So we'll probably look a little different where all of us will be in the same room and this, that, and the other, because remember when we first got started with the live version of all this, we were filming and recording, so we would put the edit together and carry on and have a show for you. I like this particular format because it gives us a little leniency. We could come in and do this, that, and the other, and blase spleen. However, we're probably going to get back to the filming portion of all of this as well as a once-a-week format, but that's going to come down the road. We're probably going to look at that maybe around about the time closer to our anniversary because, July is our anniversary, July 1st is the platform's anniversary, honey. We'll be, oh my God, this is what, 2022? So yeah, that's 13 years. Good God. Yeah, honey. It'll be 13 years. So that there is fantastic for us. So we're looking to make sure that we keep reinventing ourselves and carrying on. Plus, we got a couple other new segments that's going to be coming. So as we extend the show, what would be happening is we'll probably have some pre-recorded versions. Red wants to do his comedy and carrying on, so we're going to have some big Red comedy moments. We'll have some stuff from Aunt Nikki, that we're going to be infusing in this, so that maybe if they're not here live with me, we can just upload a couple of things from them, so that way they can still be a part of the show. So we got some things coming down the pipeline for you. But I say all of that to say, this coming week, okay, this we're going to be here tonight, Saturday and Sunday, honey. I got Donut Factory duties, so we won't be here as a full show. However, just pay attention, because I may do Big Meech moments from the Donut Factory and carrying on. We used to call them Donut Factory Chronicles, but I got dinged, honey. They so they were like, "Well, you should be doing this at work," and blah 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 and blah blah. So I got in trouble, so I had to cancel the Donut Factory. Donut Factory Chronicles, okay? But nonetheless, do know that we will make sure that you are thoroughly entertained and open it up to you the way that we do. So ha ha ha. Okay, but right now, I said what I said Sundays is probably going to have be the casualty. And that's going to be sad, because like I said what I said Sundays. But there may be a way to do it, because because when I go back, Donut Factory duties, well, this coming week, this Sunday is overnight. Oh, excuse me. Overnight. So I will have to be done with all of this by 10 o'clock, 10:15 at the latest, so I can be in travel to get to Donut Factory. Okay. So that there is that. But y'all know I talk too much, okay, and carrying on for all of this. So, but there can be a way that we do it. We curtail it down to an hour or so. We can get it done just so that we can be here for you, and et cetera, et cetera. However, we'll look into that, okay, on those days, because I do want to keep it full, and I want to make sure that our potential sponsors will be able to get the best bang for their buck, okay? So, yeah, I'm just talking out loud, because that was a little bit TMI for you guys, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we're getting it together. You guys understand that we're not just abandoning ship, that we are here. And for the record, for those of you who are looking for us on dynamic together, okay? So that's just some stuff, inside stuff that's going down the pipeline for you guys to understand exactly what we're doing and how this is coming about, okay? Public service announcement. If you're in the Atlanta area, particularly over here in College Park on the south side somewhere, and you are a professional organizer, honey, I need your help. Okay, point blank, period. Hopefully we can get this done by the end of March. We don't have to do it all in one whop. I just need this done, because the end of March will be the end of the first quarter, and my goal is to have this done by the end of the first quarter, so that we can go into the second quarter of the year moving and grooving, okay? Because we got some things coming down the line. I've got to start packing as if I'm moving. And wait a minute, what is this? We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be a Facebook issue. Oh, Lord, what the hell is going on? What is going on? They say remove it and re-add it. Child. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to have to re-add to Facebook. Okay, hold on. Because I don't know what just happened. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to understand what is happening, because it's Facebook is not doing the damn thing the right way. Oh Lord, this ain't doing right. I don't know what's happening. Lord, this should be streaming. Why isn't this damn thing streaming? Okay, I don't understand what's going on. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to get this. Something done happened with the Facebook stream, y'all, and my Facebook is not doing the right thing. So y'all over there on YouTube, y'all doing fine. It's the Facebook that's cutting up, and they think it's a Facebook thing. Okay. Um, they say, oh, it cut off. Ain't that a boogie? The damn thing cut off. Okay, so I'm gonna have to see what's going on with Facebook. So let me do this. Nick, let me bring you up in here. You can talk to the people for a second or two, and then let me know what's happening.
Hey, people. Oh, let's get some better lighting. Hi, everyone.
Go ahead and talk. I'm gonna keep my
We are
mic open, but
going
I gotta
over
go see what the hell is going on with this damn Facebook thing.
Okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Um, I was having technical difficulties getting in, so I don't know what the hell's going on. However, anywho, I hope everybody is doing well on this Friday. He just said something about if you're over here in the College Park area, he needs a professional organizer. Also, if you are in the College Park area, if you guys live in the College Park area, I need you to tell a friend. The College Park Skyhawks is the G League basketball team that resides in College Park. Okay. Our big homie 2 Chainz owns this team, and it is just like my all-out goal to start getting that stadium filled. So I need for y'all to tell a friend. The tickets don't cost that much, and I promise y'all, those games are good games. I mean, they be like NBA games, baby. First of all, I'll be ready to run my ass on the court a lot of the times because sometimes I feel like the refs be cheating. But a lot of people are on budgets and stuff like that. But hell, y'all asses is doing y'all taxes and everything now. Take
Okay.
buy a VIP ticket if you want. I mean, consider what you get for VIP. They're not expensive either.
Exactly. Now tell them,
We can have a
children.
good old time. Okay.
Tell the children. Would you tell the
Okay.
children?
But if you don't even have VIP money, I think what the ticket's $10. Me say like $10 a ticket, right? The regular tickets. Something like that. It'll be a good time. Most of the time, it got nice halftime shows. It's a good time. And it's a way to start putting money back into our own economy, put money back into your own local stuff so that more things can happen. Okay. So y'all gonna hear me talking about that often. Because every time we go, I just feel like those seats should be filled up. So if you're on the south side, period, like Big Lotto say, we from the south side, bougie bitches.
Okay.
You on the
Okay.
south side, or not to be mixed up with the other little girl who's singing the Atlanta song, and she letting y'all know what is not Atlanta.
You know what's funny? That I'm glad that you brought that up, because what is so funny is that she done went all on Twitter and carried on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And T.I. done responded to her.
What'd he say?
T.I. told her, was like, listen, some children bumping their gums that don't have all the facts. He said, but you got them talking, girl. You do got them talking. And then somebody else up there said, how in the hell you talking about something? What ain't Atlanta? But bitch, you sit up here recording your video at Truist Stadium, which is in Cobb County. That ain't Atlanta. I said, oh, shots fired.
All right now, because at first I thought she was coming at Lotto, because I was like, because Cole was like, Mom, she said something about the 2 and the 1. I said, wait a damn minute, because you know what, Lotto says from the south side, loved Clayco out the Lovejoy, something. I'm not the 2, I'm the 1, bitch.
Right.
And then Cole said the other girl said something in the Atlanta song about the 2s and the 1s, and I was like, now hold the hell up, because Lotto ain't say Atlanta. Lotto said, I'm from the south side. Clayco out the Lovejoy.
Right.
Okay. So
Right.
But, I said, but now she didn't say College Park in it. She said Forest Park. No, she said Forest Park.
She got them both. She starts with College Park.
I didn't hear her say College Park.
Somebody got the lyrics. I caught the lyrics. Somebody wrote the lyrics.
Okay. Well, let me explain something to you, Miss Mamas. My address say Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta. And I live in College Park, honey.
How about it?
So how about you get your zoning shit right?
Okay.
I live in College Park, honey. But if you look at anything with my address on it, anything that's mail, let me see. This ain't mine, is it? It is, but I won't let y'all see my address, but y'all see it. It says Atlanta, Georgia. Do you understand?
Georgia?
When I lived in other places, it did not say, when I lived on outskirts of places, it didn't say Atlanta. It said exactly where the fuck I lived. When I lived in McDonough, that shit said McDonough, Georgia.
How about it?
When I lived in Riverdale, it said Riverdale. Okay? I live in
How about it? How about it? How about it?
Don't come for us when he sent for you, little girl. I think your record is hot though.
Yeah, it's cute. You know, it's cute, and it got the children going.
It does.
But yeah, but yeah, they were cool. Like, bitch, how in the hell you talking about that ain't Atlanta? And you trying to rep Atlanta, but bitch, you in Cobb County, baby. When I read that, I howled.
You ain't come up in
I said I was thinking the same thing. Because the truest, I said that ain't Turner Field. That's Truist Park. That's the new stadium that's out in Cobb County.
Because the old stadium was kind of barren.
Right. Okay, but it's all right.
Because we told a lot of stuff is Atlanta. Motherfucking Sandy Springs is Atlanta. If we put in our school, baby, which is way up in Sandy Springs, it says Atlanta, Georgia. That address says Atlanta, Georgia. I'm about to call Captain Dejanay and ask her. She live around the corner from our school. Do it say Atlanta, Georgia? Don't do that.
Right. This is very, very true.
Don't do that.
This is very, very true. But yeah.
You are, honey, for whoever she was actually talking about.
Yeah, but well, you know what? I need to hear the whole song because it is a diss track, but I need to see exactly who she's going for.
Yeah, she's not. I don't. Whoever produced it, because I'm sure that because it's so hard in the lyrics, I'm sure it's about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever produced her probably said, "Just keep them guessing."
Right.
Because that's what I would tell her.
Okay.
So if it's little stuff that we can pick up on, because she's basically saying, like, I don't care what y'all talking about, unless you did this, unless you did that. Like, if you ain't come up in the APS school system and you ain't blah, 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 you not Atlanta. So I'm like, somebody done pissed her off and claiming to be from Atlanta.
But you know what? It could did too. You know, because Atlanta has become the music capital of some sort, you know, for hip hop and carrying on and trap music and all that. It could be folks that's trying to misrepresent themselves.
Because she also said the South is not Atlanta.
Right.
So I think along with a lot of people who may come from up north in the Midwest, who's never been down here before, they may have an overall blanket thinking when you come down south, you in Atlanta. So I can get that part. But Miss Mama, you did not.
So I am like, okay. But that there is TTTT.
But this is where we reside, honey. So
okay. Exactly. So that there is cute, and that what a wonderful starter, you know, a pick-me-up starter.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're going to get into a couple of things, honey, because I titled today's show, Here We Go Again.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go again.
What happened?
Okay, well, you know, the things that we got a number of things that's going on, okay? Mm-hmm. Number one, I know we had talked about this before, that Florida's had the governor had the bill, right? Mm-hmm. That they were looking to push. In fact, there's two bills. They got the ANTI-CRT bill, okay, which is critical race thinking bill, and they also have which that there is it's a little bit more than just critical race theory, because what they're saying in that bill is they don't want white folks to feel uncomfortable when
Right.
you're teaching Black history studies and carrying on. So that bill,
You don't
and
think
then
that
there's
children
the
will feel, like the Black kids feel uncomfortable learning what all these white people did to them? So it's going to be an uncomfortable room, but it needs to be taught. So just fuck us and our feelings, huh? Fuck our kids' feelings. Long as
right,
the white people
basically,
don't get, long as the white
basically,
people don't get uncomfortable.
basically.
Oh,
And then the second bill was the Don't Say Gay bill
wait, what? In Florida?
in Florida.
Ha!
And that bill is basically saying that in the school systems, and they're saying secondary schooling. Okay, so I'm taking it that means from
High school?
no, from K
Middle
to
school.
12,
Okay, middle
all of
school.
it in secondary education. That a teacher is not supposed to. It's illegal for a teacher to bring up anything that revolves or say anything relating to sexual orientation, gender identity, this, and this.
Okay, so
So
is this the translation? Because we got to make sure for the people in the back. So you telling me y'all basically gonna take health out? Y'all taking out health education?
well,
You're not
okay.
gonna teach them about their bodies and about what happens sexually about their bodies and
Uh-uh.
but marriage is legal, whether it's gay or straight.
Listen. Right. Okay. Right. And that's legal in all 50 states. However, let me get to the story because
Y'all some backwards ass.
when I read this, I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Because this
But
is my thing.
no, they
When we think about down south, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how we grew up, living up top and stuff. When I thought about down south, for me, Florida never, even though it's the lowest of the down south, it was
uh-huh.
not down to me because Miami don't seem like country. Because for us, we used to think down south meant super country,
Right.
right? Go to
Right.
Miami, it ain't really like that. So I ain't never. But
Right.
the more and more shit I hear about Florida, lets me know they as country as it get.
Okay. Okay. And it's sad. Uh
Y'all just trying to set the time back, huh? We going back in the time
um
machine.
but it's sad, but it is what it appears to be. I had to put a thing up on Facebook because we don't have a number of other Facebook children. The
Okay.
Facebook stream had stopped, and I got it back up and running. I had to do
Okay.
whatever, so I had to take the go up in there and say we got a glitch. But here's
Okay.
what this is. This is coming from. I got the news break app on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay,
so
I do too. That little red.
uh-huh.
Me too.
And this just posted 5 hours ago. Okay.
Okay.
Florida House passes Don't Say Gay and the anti-CRT bills that limit lessons on race and gender. This is written by Mr. Keegan Higgins. Like
Wait,
I
you
said,
said they passed it?
hold on. Yeah. The House passed it. Hold on. Yeah. It goes without saying that children are the leaders of our future and the topics they'll soon choose to fight for and believe in ultimately start to develop on a grade school level. Sadly, censorship when it comes to what is taught in elementary schools across the nation has reached new heights and recently for all the wrong reasons. To provide a timely example, House representatives in Florida have recently ruled in favor of two separate bills that may have detrimental effects on how race, sexuality, and gender as it relates specifically to LGBT youth is taught in the Sunshine State. Both HB 7, also known as the Individual's Freedoms Bill, and HB 1557, which some refer to as the Don't Say Gay bill, were approved by the Republican dominated state House, according to the Tampa Bay Times. While conservatives praised it as a move that would give more control to parents over what their children are taught in the classroom, opponents argue that it will have a harmful effect on underrepresented groups by potentially, quote unquote, whitewashing Black and Native American history on one end, while also erasing LGBTQ visibility altogether on the other. Um, this is more on the HB below via the Bay Times. Quote, the main point of the bill, proponents say, is that teachers should not try to, quote unquote, indoctrinate or persuade. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. I just lost my
I'm
place.
sorry.
I hate when you hit the thing and it goes
Mhm.
blank. Okay. I'll take that second sentence again. It said the main point of the bill, proponents say, is that teachers should not try to, quote, indoctrinate or persuade students or to instruct students to feel guilt, anguish, or psychological distress based on the actions of others. Some Floridians have complained that children have been taught about privilege and responsibility based on race, equating it with quote unquote critical race theory, a college level field of study, and demand it not take place in K through 12 schools, end quote. So yeah, they talking about the whole K through 12, honey.
Okay, so guess what? Then how you going to talk about what happened during that whole a couple hundred years that we were enslaved? How are you going to talk about it? Are you going to not talk about any of it?
How about it?
Because then you bet not be talking about none of it. Don't talk about the inventions. Don't talk about shit.
Hold on. There's more. In regard to HB 1557, teachers will be prohibited from, quote, instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through third grade or otherwise if not age appropriate, end quote. Although the ramifications of what is, quote unquote, age appropriate weren't explicitly laid out in the bill. Openly gay Representative Carlos Guillermo Smith, Democratic from Orlando, aimed to explain the negative nickname given to the bill, stating, we called it the Don't Say Gay bill because it prohibits classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity. Further adding, but members, this bill goes way beyond the text on the page. It sends a terrible message to our youth that there is something so wrong, so inappropriate, so dangerous about this topic that we must have to censor it from classroom instruction. Both controversial bills will be sent to the Senate for final rulings Monday, and we can only hope this doesn't have an adverse effect than what's intended. Overall, no student should be limited in any way when it comes to their education. So right now, like I said, this was posted 5 hours ago, and so the Senate, the state Senate of Florida, has to take this on. Okay. And if it passes in the state Senate, because it already passed the House, then it goes to the governor to be signed into law. Okay.
And they governor act just like the rest of the asses,
The
right?
governor is the one that he's fueling all this. That's DeSantis. Is that yeah?
Which is so weird to me because DeSantos, no mind.
Right. Okay. Now here's the thing, because see, here's something that is really, really something, and though trying to get folks to do it, it would be virtually impossible. However, I know that a lot of their tourism dollars, Florida gets their life off the tourists. Okay. Florida gets their life off the tourists. Because you have several cities to choose from: Orlando, Miami, Key West.
And now,
Okay,
now see, that would be the big deal if Black Hollywood, which is us, the music industry, say, y'all want
for
us to
Florida.
shut Miami down?
Right.
Because we as a people could shut Miami down.
Down. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do nothing like that, but that would be a statement
Yeah.
for the big names that are in Miami.
Right.
Trina, Trick Daddy, Lil Wayne, all of the baby, whoever else live in Miami, whoever got their other homes in Miami, Will, Jada, whoever got, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not right. This is not right. Don't do it, Lily. Nope. You already know what I'm doing. Whatever it is, you better go ask Uncle. I ain't in the mood. but it's not right, because remember we talked about this before. You taking away a safe haven from kids.
Right. Right.
Because school used to be the place that you can go and say with a confidentiality thing, I'm being abused at home. I'm having these feelings and I
I'm
can't
having
talk
these
to
feelings.
somebody in my house about this.
Listen.
My daddy gonna beat me. My mama gonna beat me up and take me and pray in front of the whole church. Can you please help me? You taking that away from them. It's bad enough. Y'all take away, as the years keep going on and going on and going on, y'all take away the programs that are basically out in the low income neighborhoods like PAL and shit like that. I could
See.
count on our neighborhood rec centers and our local PAL and stuff like that for my kids to always have shit to do.
Right.
Now, PAL will
Right.
go by your goddamn income. So if you got a couple dollars and you just happen to live in it, you're gonna have to pay for shit, which is fine. When I
Right.
had a couple dollars, I paid for shit. When I had to move back into the lower income area and shit, I was blessed to have power where I didn't have to pay for a fucking thing. And my goddamn son learned football, baseball, golf, begotta boating, all kinds of shit. Yes, you can have some. But if we taking away all that stuff, because
Uh-huh.
you find the neighborhood, so you ain't got shit for the kids. Now
Right.
you're taking away a safe space from them if they so happen to be struggling with their sexuality.
Exactly.
And then you want to take all our babies and say, fuck it, we ain't teaching none of y'all history. Fuck y'all
How
and
about
y'all.
that?
Y'all can learn it when you get to college.
How about that? Okay. So, those are some of the things that we are now looking at. We are experiencing with Florida on this particular tip. It
I
sucks.
wish we had a bigger voice. Like if somebody could just get it to somebody. Somebody, listen, y'all. If y'all was over on my Instagram, y'all seen that I put up a post and I'm asking everybody to tag Lonnie B in it. Not for no publicity stuff, but there's somebody on Instagram imitating Lonnie B. And I sat there and had a conversation with them just because I knew that that's what they was doing. And then I screenshotted the conversation and I put it up in the video. But somebody like a Lonnie B, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Lonnie B's and Miss Lawrence and even if it could get to TS is from Miami.
Yeah.
Maddie is from
Maddie. Uh-huh. Maddie and Funky
Maddie,
Dineva.
right, and Funky Dineva, because those are the platforms that we need to reach for people to say, hey, this shit ain't right, y'all.
Right.
And if y'all want to help us make this shit right here with us, don't bring no fucking money here.
Exactly.
Disney World just start getting back on their feet again. Parents, don't take your fucking kids to Disney World or Universal. Disney, Universal cannot afford to lose that much money.
Baby.
Not after what we just coming out of.
Right.
And I know, because y'all know I love to tell y'all that the whole time I was in school, which I'm officially finished now, y'all. I was doing my papers on Fenty for Rihanna because I'm just fascinated with that young mind and everything she's doing. And Disney, and well, you know, Meech, I gave y'all a Disney Universal survey thing to do and everything. So Disney was one of my big things I had to do papers on stuff too.
Right.
They can't afford to lose that much money.
Okay.
We have the power to shut these motherfucking places down when they don't want to listen to us. It's just, are you strong enough to not do those things?
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say no, a definite no. What I'm going to say is that oftentimes we don't want to do it because it means that it will upset our lives. See, one of the things about taking a stance and this, that, and the other means that it's going to take me out of my comfort zone. It's going to inconvenience me. Okay. The bus boy. I'd love to go back to the bus boycott and carrying on back in Alabama, and we did the bus boycott.
It was some serious ass.
That was serious because that lasted over a year,
and they did. They
got up and walked to work.
They helped each other carpooling and shit. Yes. Like they was not playing.
No.
But guess what? them goddamn rich white people, they come pick their goddamn maids and shit up
Yes, they did.
because they
They did.
needed them.
Yeah.
This was the thing. The test for me was when Kaepernick first started taking his knee. We said we was gonna boycott the NFL. Dog, I do football all day. I got so many brothers. I grew up. I love football. I love it. That was the actual year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Do y'all know I didn't watch not one single game? Not one single game. Even when the Super Bowl came on, I was listening. I heard they played Meek when it first came on. It was, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished? And I turned around because I was at the computer. I turned around, looked at Cole, because Cole said, Mom, I got to watch it. I said, okay. But I heard the song. I said, we going to win. And I went on in my damn room.
Right.
But people couldn't even simply, and now what's so funny is I'm not as interested in the NFL as I was.
Okay.
If I see them, I see it. And if I don't, I don't. Like, I don't even really give a damn no more. But nobody, not enough people was willing to say Sunday night, Thursday night, and Monday night, we going to get this shit up.
Right.
Because we could have shut them down too. The NFL need us. You can't
Hello?
fill the seats and the Nielsen ratings and shit from that TV.
Hello.
But everybody wants something to be important when it's important to them.
Exactly. Okay. And that's what we have. Okay.
These are basic human rights that they try to take. Basic human rights. They are trying to take away. And I feel like the bigger voices need to take a stand.
And I agree. I totally and thoroughly agree.
Tours that's supposed to go to Florida, motherfuckers say, no, we not. They don't want to teach. I can, even if you know, some of the hardcore rappers might be like, I don't even know how they be. I ain't with that gay shit. Okay, well, if you ain't with that gay shit, the bills is kind of together. So even if you ain't with the gay shit, don't you want your kids to learn about their damn history? Don't you want other people's kids to know? And especially the white people, they need to know.
Right, that part. Okay.
So they can know why they walk around here so entitled and privileged. So
okay.
They not taking your show there. I can't. I don't want y'all money.
Right. But here is the thing, honey. What do we want our end game to be? See, because it's easy for us to come up and say, okay, hey, you know, let's boycott, let's this, let's that, or whatever. But what is it? What are our results? What are the goals?
Well, wait, can I ask a prequel question before that, Meech? Prequel question.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I need to understand, if we've been teaching about this all this time, what is different now? What is different now that you feel like you can't teach critical race theory? Who the fuck gave it that name? I just need to know that too.
But it's a college course. It's not even. That's the whole the thing. This is not even a thing.
Where we are right now, even 2022, right?
Right.
There shouldn't be different. It shouldn't be categorized when it comes to American history. The American history books need to include everything, because without Black history, there is no American history. Except for if your book is going to say that y'all came, stole somebody's land, slaughtered all the motherfucking people, then went to somebody else's land, stole all the intelligent people from over there and brought them here to this land and then enslaved them.
Right.
Because that's pretty much all your book can say.
No, and then they don't say enslaved anymore, honey.
Yeah, they're indigenous servants. No, the fuck we not. Indigenous servants is the white people who owed money and then they were able to work it off. Those were indigenous servants, because when their debt was done, they could go.
We are now, some history books are calling us involuntary migrant workers.
Involuntary
immigrant workers. Involuntary immigrant workers, baby. When I what the
Trying to
fuck
make it
is
look cute.
this?
Trying to make it, don't try to make it look cute because it was
Don't be
nothing
trying to
cute about it.
don't do that because that ain't pretty.
Listen,
And see, here is the thing. I wish.
Go ahead.
I want somebody to sit down and say that about the motherfucking Holocaust.
No, because I was about to say this. Let me tell you what I'm about to say. Are you going to say those were involuntary immigrant camps?
Right.
Or were they involuntary immigrant camps? Or were they concentration camps? That's what the fuck they were. You're never going to change that. So why the fuck you keep trying to change this?
Slavery. Right.
And they didn't volunteer to go into the gas chamber.
Right. And those and okay, we'll call those involuntary inhalation stations.
Ooh. And what's involuntary euthanization?
Oh, that's good. Okay.
They euthanize the animals. Right?
Yeah.
What, you know how offensive that shit would be to somebody that had to go through that or their family had to go through that? Involuntary? Bitch, are you kidding me?
Right. Right. Okay.
And if I was even if I was an involuntary worker, hey, boo, you ain't paid me.
Exactly.
So I was not a worker.
Right.
My great-great-grandfather was not a involuntary worker, period. Immigrant, nothing. They weren't workers. They were slaves. Workers get paid.
Right.
Even when they came out of slavery, y'all still kept them in slavery because then y'all would tell them they could work your land, but then take back all, say that they needed to use your tools. You charged them to use your goddamn tools. So at the end of the season, they still ain't got no money. Sometimes still even owing you. And then they had to come back and work for free. Please don't do this with us.
That's why the term, that's where the sharecropper came from.
Right.
Because they were supposed to be sharing the crop. Because the now involuntary worker was now freed. Okay. Now how are we gonna say that? Because now they're free. Okay. So what do we call them? Okay, at this particular just immigrant worker because they're free now. But in order for them to be free,
they're immigrant workers, but they still wouldn't get paid.
Right. Okay. But in order for them, they had no place to go, and white folks didn't know how to till the land. They didn't know how to do that land, so they stayed on the land as free. Okay, but then it became okay. We're going to share the crop because now, if I'm working the land, you got to pay me. So then white folks got ingenious and was like, okay, well, we'll get you all the stuff that you need, and then you just pay us back. And that's how it became. But this cost this and this cost this. So that basically, you basically working for free anyway.
We're still not free. That 13th Amendment makes you not. There are people from Angola prison who pick cotton every fucking day. You locked up. You gonna make me pick some goddamn cotton?
Well, because the 13th Amendment says it.
Because you are enslaved.
Because wait a minute, let me pull it up. I want to read it verbatim.
Please, come on.
I want to read it verbatim.
For all the white people, and I'm not talking, and I always like to, preface this with, I'm not talking about our loved ones, our colleagues, and the people who understand what's going on. I'm talking about those overprivileged, entitled motherfuckers, and you flat out racist. Who think that, oh my God, slavery is over so long ago. No, the fuck it wasn't. It was never over. It was never over.
Exactly.
It was never over.
Exactly. Wait a minute, no, that's the wrong thing.
Like that post I put up the other day. This cop get 2 years for killing an unarmed man. But a lady who falsified something about her vote, or I forget what it was, but it was like, I guess used the wrong address or some shit like that. 6 years.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
It says, and this is section 1. Okay, this is the very first section of this. Wait a minute. Oh, hell, I went to the whole Constitution. Damn it. So bad. I had it right, but okay, never mind. I got it. It said neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the parties shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Let me say that one more time. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the parties shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now, let's break that down even further, children.
Let's do it.
Okay? That means y'all keep talking about why the prison systems are overrun. We got so many black folks in the prison system and blah, 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 blah.
Not because they commit such big crimes, but because that's the way to get their
That's
slave
the
labor.
way to get what they got to get to God. Okay?
That's why the crimes don't be fitting the time. How that little boy killed them people.
Now,
He was defending himself.
here, we'll go to something that Haji has said to me. And Haji was like, well, you know, he said, white folks are not about working. He said, white folks will sit down there. They are not work-based people. Okay? Because a lot of that, and see, this is why we got to understand where white privilege comes from. Okay? See, we get that a little backwards because it wasn't the those that had money that had the privilege, because, you know, they had the money. White privilege comes from poor white trash that the rich white folk didn't want to be bothered with.
And they still got to be better than us.
Hello. And because of their skin color, they were the ones who felt that, okay, you can't look no white man in the eye and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And that was the
step in the street when they walk in, amen in.
That there became the push. As for all of the shit that we know as, you know, white privilege, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 which is why there's this whole big you know, the whole idea of the poor white man and the poor black man, it becomes a fight because the poor white man couldn't get the job. The white man couldn't get the damn job. Okay, it was always black folks who got the job because we were the slaves.
They knew what they was doing. Whatever the job was, once they claimed to be free,
right,
we knew how to do it.
Knew how to do it, right? And then we created the products and carried on in order to simplify the job and blah blah blah.
Exactly. Like,
so a lot of that was you know, that's part of our richness, you know, here. And
right.
carried on.
So, what they say, and then all of a sudden we was lazy. How come we wasn't lazy until we wasn't gonna work for free no more?
Right. Right.
Now we lazy.
Now we
lazy. We the rapists. We ain't shit.
Right. Right.
That wasn't
right.
us.
Everything.
And anything we did start doing, we learned it from y'all.
Everything about the United States of America is based on theft, thievery,
come on,
all of the ills that we say. Okay, deception. Okay, everything about this country, honey. I mean, shit. The damn name was stolen. Okay, you call yourself America, and the name was stolen. The name, you want to tell us and see how we said this before.
Go ahead.
How do you sit up there and tell me Christopher Columbus discovered something
where people already were?
Number one, but the people already are. But number two, the dude who actually did it, the name comes from him, Amerigo.
Amerigo.
His name was Amerigo Vespucci. Oh, we say Vespucci when we was kids. Vespucci. Amerigo Vespucci, and that's where the fuck the name come from. It came from here.
Because I remember somebody telling me, I said, if Columbus Day was a day that was celebrated in Spain, I wouldn't have a problem with it, right?
Okay, right.
This man will come at me telling myself, well, actually, he was Italian. Okay, but he was doing his shit for Spain, so I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
And there we have it. Say it again. Say it again.
First of all, sir, when you think you knowing something, we know what the fuck he was, but the Queen of Spain sent his ass.
Sent him on a mission.
Okay?
On a mission.
The shit just never...
And you know, the mission was because they were getting rid of the degenerates of England and Spain.
England.
Okay, she didn't want everybody want to believe that the Puritans, honey, were this religious organization. Yeah, but they were also degenerates of a society that didn't want no parts of them because they were yeah.
And where we get the Quaker old man from? Y'all know that.
They said they're claiming that they were traveling to and that became all beautified. Oh, we left because we want to have religious freedoms and this, that, and that. No.
And if that was the case, then why the fuck y'all always suppressing it? Still, if it was religious freedoms, if it was religious freedoms, then the Africans would have been able to still practice the way they practice. You wouldn't have pushed Christianity on them. They came with their own shit.
Now you know what? How about now that there is a paper? That's a paper right there for somebody's doctoral thesis. Okay, how is it?
Turn it into a stage.
That this particular,
I'm not sure if my thesis is going to have to be an actual movie or a play, or if it'll be an actual thesis. So we'll see.
This here, you know, for the United States of America to claim to be such a Christian nation, because everything about this country is a Christian nation. Okay, but yet we have the First Amendment give us the right to freedom of speech and religious practices to carry on.
But every time you you against somebody's stuff.
Every time, and then it becomes a whole big to-do, and it becomes a whole big problem. And then you got the Christian right saying that a Muslim can't run the country, and a Muslim can't do this, or
why not?
Or Jehovah's Witness can't do that, and blah, 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 blah. But yet...
Yeah, you got to be a certain kind of Christian.
Right. You know.
Most of the time, they supposed to be like Catholic. A lot of the presidents were Catholic and stuff like that.
Right. So that's a very interesting dynamic. Because, and especially for the slave. Okay, because
you only wanted our religious practices when your asses was sick.
Right.
It was hoodoo and voodoo and witchcraft. But when one of your asses got sick, y'all down there banging on that cabin door to get them herbs and stuff.
Child, wait a minute. I'm still fucked up in the head when watching Roots.
Ooh. The
and
old
the
one or the new
down there.
The old one or the new one?
The old one.
Ooh, child.
Because when that child sit up there and called that little baby in his room so he could be his footstool, and the white man sat there and told him, you got to get the little nigger boy on the ground and you put your feet on him, and the rheumatism going to leave you and just going to press down so the rheumatism leave you and go into his. And the thing of it is that I've read stories about that. You know, I told you my great-grandparents and stuff. I knew my great-grandparents, and I would hear stories about that kind of shit, you know, because y'all know I tell you this all the time.
But think about it, because the stuff like that travels down. Think about the old remedies from when we was a kid. If you was a kid and you had a fever,
right?
They put stuff in your socks.
Yeah.
Onions or potatoes.
Yeah.
In your socks. Drain the fever out of you. What did it do? It cooked the shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it brought it out of you.
Because it brought it out.
Chinese, the Asian, Chinese.
Chinese herbs.
Chinese herbs, when they put the shit on your foot.
Yeah.
Put the shit on your foot. All the toxins and shit come out.
Yeah. Okay. Peppers. I want to know, did we create hot sauce?
Probably.
I've never heard anybody say that, but I want to look that up because
Listen, the lady on TikTok had us dying when she was like, she was white too.
yeah,
And when she said, they said, "What is y'all culture?" She was like, "Ranch, buttermilk ranch." But she didn't let the video go. She came back cracking up. She said, "God damn it, we didn't even create that." She said, "Y'all created that too." I'm about to look up who made hot sauce. I think it had to be us because us as a people, as like I'm not that big on hot shit. I like
right,
food. It's spicy, but as
spicy.
long as I can taste what the food tastes like,
Uh-huh.
but shit just hot to be hot. That's not my
Right,
thing.
right.
But us as a people, it seems to be.
Well, and the reason is because it was the healing properties of it.
Oh yeah, because
Peppers and stuff
peppers.
cleanses. Yeah,
I know that.
yeah. That's a child, please, honey. This is why I got to get back into. I never practiced herbology as a complete study,
Well, that's something we could do
but
together.
I'm a good witch, honey. I'll get a cauldron
Me,
over here.
baby, come on.
Bitch, I would get a cauldron over here boiling in a minute when it comes down to something, honey.
It
Okay.
says surprisingly, its first appearances trace back to ancient Aztecs in Mexico. They began cultivating chilies as early as 7000 BC, and hot sauce has been a key component of Mexican cuisine and culture.
Oh, so we got to get that to the Brown sisters.
But then I'm gonna keep reading because you know how Tabasco says very United States. No, I don't care about that. We talking about early. What is no? Who invented history? Okay, if I get more than one source to tell me the ancient Aztecs, then we're gonna go with it.
Okay, right. So while you're doing that, let me go here because we're talking about conservative, Christianity and things, honey. Now, you want to hear something? You want
Aztecs again. So, yep, we're gonna go with the Aztecs. Come on, brothers.
Okay, I'll give it to them. Listen, those are cousins.
Those are cousins.
Trying to tell it,
Have y'all ever looked at that? Have y'all ever looked at they statues and shit?
Yes.
They features look Meech. The features of their statue look just like your nose.
Right. I know.
You ever seen one? Those beautiful Aztec what's them my cousins, y'all. They must have traveled out of Africa before us. Because please understand that we traveled out that motherfucker before they came and stole us.
Well, we used to travel anyway because we came to see. Oh, wait a minute. We came to what is known as South America and all the different countries. We were explorers and stuff first, which is why we've already had a relationship with the Native American here because we traveled.
Because of what they say is the Native Americans that were here. I got to look it back up again. But the story was when we first start traveling out, because we know that everything comes from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
We first start traveling out and they got here and ships got destroyed and they couldn't go back.
Mm-hmm.
So the Native Americans, that's where they came from. They started off as us. Their skin didn't get as light.
Mm-hmm.
Because the summer and stuff still came around.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got like a reddish thing going on. We like there's another TikTok going around right now, and they somebody said, I ain't seen no real Native Americans lately. And they use a Medea thing, like Medea and Bam. She said, she don't see us. Bam said, I see you. You see me? She said, yeah, we both still sitting here looking like two big birds. We is the Native Americans. You
right.
How many generations?
Right.
4 generations makes you
a Native. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I got
4
to look
generations. Yeah, I think it's 4. It's either 3 or 4. It's no more than 4. 3 or 4 generations makes you a native.
Okay. Now catch this, girl. Catch this. Conservative Christians are still reeling over the Super Bowl halftime show's scantily clad rear ends and stripper-like moves that they have put together a petition that has already gotten over 10,000 signatures.
Beyonce and the man no clothes on either. Y'all ain't saying shit.
The far-right organization 1 Million Moms, a project of the anti-LGBTQ hate group American Family Association, is, quote, disgusted with the Super Bowl halftime show, which was headlined by the legendary rapper Dr. Dre. The show was an homage to the 1990s and 2000 hip-hop and R&B and was, all things considered, pretty tame. When 50 Cent performed in the club, some dancers performed like they were dancing in a nightclub with short skirts. Several other backup dancers dressed like cheerleaders and had skirts that stopped at their knees, fully exposing their calves. And singer Mary J. Blige wore shorts
I know hell what.
that
I know
showed
you did not say
off
police
her
over their
upper
calves.
Wait a minute, child, please. In other words, the cheerleaders were showing more skin than most other dancers at the halftime show. But the mostly black performers were still able to attract OMM's ire, which called the show "quote unquote" extremely vulgar, and said that the near naked backup dancers were shaking their scantily clad rear ends and numerous other body parts as they twerked around the stage, end quote, making it clear that OMM doesn't know what twerking is. Quote, the dancers incorporated stripper-like moves such as the spread leg squats, crotch shots, and I'm trying to read it.
I'm trying to let you get through it. Listen,
I'm trying to read it. I can't. Hold on. Wait, I'm going to start over. The dancers incorporated, this is a quote, the dancers incorporated stripper-like moves such as spread leg squats, crotch shots, and a full view of a couple of females' backsides, end quote. OMM website reads, quote, how are children supposed to learn about respect and dignity when this is what they see on one of the world's biggest stages, end quote. Many families watch the Super Bowl together, therefore the halftime show should be family friendly, end quote. The lyrics of the songs performed were also heavily modified to remove sex and drugs references, but OMM said that they were, quote, inappropriate. The organization didn't name what lyrics offended them specifically.
All them bitches probably ain't even understand the damn lyrics. Shut the fuck up.
OMM made a petition that opened with, quote, I am completely disgusted with Super Bowl 56's halftime show, end quote. My family asked the NFL to keep the entertainment family friendly, and instead you delivered barely dressed performers and backup dancers twerking all over the stage, end quote. The petition continues, quote, you should be ashamed to be associated with such vulgar performance.
Well, wait till next year, bitches, because Jay-Z be in charge of the goddamn entertainment. Do you understand?
The petition didn't contain a specific action or threat, which OMM petitions usually include. That is, OMM isn't asking people to boycott the NFL or refuse to buy Pepsi products because Pepsi sponsored the show. They claim the petition has nearly 11,000 signatures so far. OMM isn't the only group of conservative Christians to complain about the halftime show. Turning Point America founder Charlie Kirk was trending on Twitter yesterday with his complaint about the show. Quote, the NFL is now in the league of sexual anarchy, he tweeted. The halftime show should not be allowed on television, end quote. How about that?
Y'all don't want to boycott the NFL. Y'all just want to boycott us. Guess what? Without us, y'all going to have a boring ass halftime show. I hope next year Jay-Z put Beyonce, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, anybody that don't barely wear no clothes. I hope they put every last one of them up there. And not because I want to see a bunch of raunchy shit, but y'all don't know what the fuck raunchy and shit is, honey.
Bay and B. Okay.
I didn't see nothing sexual. I mean, when 50 Cent did in the club, For us, I was like, look at his fat ass up there. You know, fucking well, he's scared to be up there now. He is not the same size he was when he
Didn't
first.
he look a little that way? He looked
Like he was scared. Like, oh, bitch,
like he was
still
scared.
gonna
Like
hold me.
if I move, something gonna fall.
And that's what we
Okay,
saw.
I was like,
I don't even remember what the dancers was doing. I think at the end we saw him look at a girl real hard, and I said, "Oh, he got a woman right now. She gonna fuck him up because everybody seen that look." But I
right.
cannot tell you what the dancers did. And Mary does what she always do, baby. Her dance, which is not a sexual dance.
No, child. Listen,
It's her kick thing.
That's her little trademark thing,
thing
because can't nobody do that shit but her.
for her.
Can't nobody do
And the
that shit
people
but
who can
her.
imitate her real good. But what? Or moms or whoever the fuck y'all is. How about we start a petition to shut y'all the fuck up? Because I'm out.
Girl, wait.
Was JoJo in here? JoJo.
No, not yet. What did they JoJo? Okay. America has never been great.
Thank you, E. Thank you. Because I need to know, when was it great? Oh, yes, it was. It was great. Before the motherfuckers came over here and stole that shit from the Native Americans. So unless you're going to take us all the way back to that, hey, bro, if you can't take us back to that, where people were proud of their land and taking care of this land and taking care of this place and loving the nature and everything that it gave, if you can't take us back to then, bitch, you can't make it great again.
Listen, honey, y'all
let that motherfucker energize.
I'm done with these children.
Y'all back.
I'm done with these children. I'm done with the children, honey.
I absolutely I pretty much enjoyed the halftime show. I'm not a big West Coast fan of the West Coast music. I mean, the ones that they did were songs that I did like, but I'm not a West Coast fan. Right now, I'm happy that the motherfucker Snoop is the CEO and Blue Death Row. Baby, I was like, Marley, we gonna get your EPK together, baby. Listen,
okay.
Talking to my son today. Why are people so hung up on the dumb shit?
That's a good question.
You want to be hung up on something? Be hung up on why Uncle Joe over there fucking with the Russians' money.
Oh, he done told their asses. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he done told
them. And then Putin, y'all know Putin old, y'all. Please understand Putin old. So he an old school gangster. He don't give a fuck.
No, he don't give a fuck, but so is Biden. That's what come Biden went for them goddamn things. But bitch, I would interrupt your motherfucking coin up in here. Bitch, you act like you gonna do something. Bitch, we finna interrupt your entire banking system, bitch.
Listen, I sent you the TikTok I made earlier. I said, Joe, they say you over there messing with them people money. Can we just mind our business just one damn time?
Listen, no. Okay.
You know how I look at it? Not that we ain't supposed to be who we are. What my problem with us always going to the lead of when there's world conflict is that we got our own shit that we need to fix. Right. I used to have the same problem like when they be like world hunger. Let's feed all the kids. Even in Africa, when they used to give us those lying ass fucking stories trying to make it seem like everybody in Ethiopia was dying. That was some bullshit. So I hope y'all know if your moms gave money back in the day, that was some scam shit too. But why we gotta fix what we need to fix here first? You talk about feeding starving kids around the world when we got motherfucking 1 billion people hungry.
Right.
We got our own people living on the streets and can't afford to eat and all that old shit. That's just my take on it. That how come we can't get right first?
Right.
It reminds me. You know what it reminds me of? Either the strong household or the strong single mom or strong single dad who will be willing to help somebody else even when they family struggling.
Right. Well, that was
when we gonna be like, can we put us first?
That was us. That's what I was got people little men learning like that.
Listen, I will make a big pot of something and make sure everybody
eat. Right. Okay. Okay.
Always did. But when do we come to that point where can we just put us first once?
Okay. Red, you ready? I guess so, because he's looking around.
website for vaccines and
What's up?
Hi.
end up canceling the order. So I'm just making
No,
sure that
he-
we get
Hi.
the refund.
He was talking to that other big yellow bread man.
What happened?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Hey.
We just was asking.
Hello. Yes. What's up?
I
What's up?
can't
What's
hear
up?
none of y'all.
You can't
I just heard
You
everything
can't
and
hear
now I
us?
can't hear you.
go back out and come back in.
Well, we hear you.
Yeah,
Okay.
go back
You got to
and
go
come
out
back
and come back in.
in.
Okay. Well, while we waiting on him to come back in, let me go to this because see, we still on these Christian children.
Oh Jesus!
Check
Look,
now.
oh, Jesus.
That's why today's show was Here We Go Again, honey. Here we go. Now, this is written for yesterday, okay? And it says, this is coming from the LGBTQ Nation, okay? Written yesterday by Alex Borlinger.
Mhm.
Hate church called for death to gay people. Now they're getting what they deserve. Catch this. An extreme anti-LGBTQ church is getting evicted from its building after a judge agreed with its landlord that the church is violating the terms of its lease. The Steadfast Bible Church in Hurst, Texas, has 5 days to vacate the building it's currently located in and must pay $42,000 in attorney fees after Judge Don Pearson ruled against them. The church had made headlines for its extremist rhetoric, which includes using anti-gay slurs at the pulpit and calling for death to the LGBTQ people. Quote, and it's great when trucks accidentally go through those, parades, end quote. Pastor Jonathan Shelley said about a car that drove into the Wilton Manors Pride Parade, killing a 75-year-old gay man. I think only one person died, so hopefully we can hope for more in the future, end quote. Quote,
Hold on.
you say, hold on. You say, well, that's mean. Yeah, but the Bible says that they're worthy of death, he continued. They say, are you sad when fags die? No, I think it's great. I hope they all die. I would love for if every fag would die right now, end quote. And you say, well, I don't think that that's what you really mean. That's exactly what I mean. I really mean it, end quote. The building Steadfast operates in is owned by the nonprofit organization Fellowship of the Sword Incorporated. That group wants Steadfast out because they are preaching violence, which has led to reports to the church in the past.
Mhm.
Quote, he was preaching from the premises that is called a, quote, true threat of violence, which is not protected under the First Amendment, end quote, Attorney Frank Hill, who represents the owner, told the Star Telegram. People need to be told that even a church can go around spewing threats of violence, he continued. The church said that they will appeal the judge's order. Shelley got national attention when he called for the death of gay people last year, so he posted a video on YouTube entitled Love Thy Neighbor as Thyself. Pastor Shelley explains the death penalty belief, where he called out to the people, quote, make up a lot of lies about our church and or they slander us, or they take things out of context and try to make it seem as though we don't love people. The video has since been taken down. I believe personally that all of the sodomites, people that are men with men, are pedophiles because that means they are simply attracted to children, he said. They're attracted to the people that are ages 16, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Anybody that loves children, that loves their family, who want this would want this person to be executed through the proper channels. I'm not a violent person, he continued. The Bible makes it clear there's a difference between putting someone to death and murder. The Southern Poverty Law Center considers the Steadfast Bible Church an anti-LGBTQ hate group. It's part of a new independent fundamental Baptist movement, which includes Stephen Anderson's Faithful Word Baptist Church. Anderson has been banned from several dozens of countries, including the entire Singra area, because of his LGBT and anti-Semitic statements. And that's the end of the article.
That, the about murder and
Oh, that line where he said
can
the
you give me
Bible.
that line again? Look,
Yeah,
I feel like we're at the church. Can you give me that line?
Okay, he said, I'm not a violent person, he continued. The Bible makes it clear there's a difference between putting someone to death and murder.
Well, come on, Dr. Kevorkian. What the fuck?
What do Jesus? Okay. She said, well, come on, Dr. Kevorkian.
Come
Okay.
on, Dr. Kevorkian, because I mean, I wasn't on.
So yeah.
So, but please understand, Ku Klux Klan members are Christians too. Their whole ideology is hate. Remember, they build their
Under God.
that. They build their
whole entire platform. Yeah.
Which is so messed up. For real,
Yeah.
Christian. Because that shit. See, this is the thing. Because then I'm like, okay.
This is not suicide. This is sacrifice.
Oh. Okay.
Come on, Jones.
Wait, and we supposed to just let him go and do it because he sacrificed it, so we can't stop him. Our selfishness would be to stop him. He sacrificed him. We can't stop him.
Right.
This is some bullshit, okay? Because if you Christian, I thought like what Christianity came with, they went out of the law and into.
You said that word again. Go ahead.
What?
Christianity. Go ahead.
With Christianity was out with the old law and in with grace, right?
Right.
So with the grace came with the love thy neighbor and treat somebody like you want. So where's all this violence coming from? Because I don't know which book y'all in. They sound like they back in the damn,
And I'm finna get ready to go right there. I'm finna get ready to go right there. A lot of what we're dealing with these so-called, extremist Christians that carrying on, who want to believe the Bible to the letter and things of that nature.
And without even having it all.
They go right back to Old Testament.
Right. And they don't even have all the books.
They don't even right. And so it becomes this whole big old thing. But see, the bigger conversation is this. And y'all heard me say this many times before.
What you want to say, Pastor?
What's that, Pastor?
Not Pastor. Pastor.
Okay, Pastor.
What you want to say, Pastor?
But the bigger conversation becomes, why is it that we want to sit down there and put God on everything when this is personal shit?
Right.
So you want to sit up there and want to put all this up under an umbrella term. See, this is why faith and belief and all of that, that's subjective because that's a personal relationship. Okay.
Because if you feel like that's what God's telling you, even though I think that's some bullshit, but if that's your message, that's your message. Why are you trying to make it be somebody else?
But here's the thing, though.
Okay, stop.
It's not so much as what? What?
The real deal, and you know this, Demetrius. You know this.
What?
The real Christians don't try to make nobody do nothing.
But no, that's what we've been saying the whole time.
No, but let me finish, because see, this is the whole thing. Because the whole idea of being a Christian, this is why I have a problem with that particular title. Because up under the guise of Christian, that particular moniker, no one does the work. Everybody wants the claim and the fame or whatever. And then we have a lot of dastardly shit being done up under the name of Christianity and being a Christian. We just said the Klansmen is one of them. They God-fearing Christians. Okay, but everything about their makeup says that the God that they believe in supports this. And then they go to this Bible and they will pull out things because the Bible can support anything.
Yeah, it's the way you interpret it.
But
okay. Great word. The Bible is an interpretation guide.
Right.
And
I like that. Okay.
Interpretation guide. Because I've always said it's a guide. It's a guide. We can't, first of all, we're never going to be able to follow it the way it's written because we don't live in those times.
Exactly. And so this is why it becomes a big to-do and why there's so much contention in God. God is so big to it, there should never be a fight in God because everybody's walk is different. My relationship is different. This is why coming together, and to assemble yourself is supposed to be in praise.
Right.
And in thanks.
Like-minded people who believe the way you believe, and that's fine. But when
also
you start spewing all that damn hate.
Right. It's also to learn from one another's experience, not for dictation. Because a lot of folks want to go into do as I say, not as I do.
If you take the Bible, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. But this is where the problem come in at me. Nick, you know this too. This is what I call negrophilia.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
So
come on.
That, okay.
We got a new word, yo.
Yeah, negrophilia. Okay, let me tell you what it is. Negrophilia is when you come up with all your interpretations and your own guidance to something that came with a guide that you refuse to read properly. Okay, so let me explain this to you. First and foremost, Bible is not a name, it's not a title, it's an acronym. Okay?
Come on, break it down, Pastor.
It is the doggone Lord have mercy.
Come on, school the people. Learn them something.
Look, let me tell you something. First and foremost, how can I put this for the lame? I want to make sure everybody understands what I'm saying.
Oh, he trying to make sure the people in the cheap seats get it. Okay.
Right. People up at the nosebleeds. The Bible is basic instruction before leaving Earth.
Woo!
Okay. That's what people in the cheat sheets. That's up there.
Did y'all get that?
Y'all got that? Hey.
Adam and Eve up there. Y'all got
it? Hey, exactly.
Adam and Eve up there. Did y'all get that? Y'all heard that?
All the ladies that got in, we was giving out Kool-Aid, free Kool-Aid before 10. Y'all got in? Okay, we got that. That's what. So when I say that anything that's a basic instruction, you have to read it to the T because it only gives you the basics.
Boom.
You got to fill in where you.
Oh, come on now. What
you gotta make it work for you. Come on.
And I'm going to go ahead and put it out here. I'm going to go ahead and put it out here because I constantly explain to people because I don't want to misguide nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know that's Passion Riders Outreach Ministry 316 that come from John 316. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know nothing else, know John 316. Just know that and you can walk in any light that you want. I don't care who you are.
I know that 316 is an angel number.
And that's what it is.
Now, I already know. It's the day I got married and it followed me everywhere. I'm
going to tell you the reason I even, for one, I've had a caller on my life for years and I fought it and I'm tired of running and I stopped running because I had to sit back and look at my track record. I have helped more than I have hindered in my entire life and I thought I was out here doing something. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to sit my black tail down somewhere and be who I was supposed to be, the way I was supposed to be. Okay, so, but at the end of the day, hold on. Stop running around trying to change people's lives to accommodate your life situation. And turning around and picking up this book that was man-written to doggone cover the tracks of your devilment.
Come on.
Okay. I just followed him. Go ahead.
Don't say that you are a man of God, you're God's child, or you're a leader in the spiritual realm, when actually everything that you say you heard from God, no, you heard from your bank account when it got low. That's what you heard. Okay, and the reason that I came out with this whole thing, and I'm not going to just say I came out with it, the reason that God poured into me to do this outreach ministry through what we already knew what it was. Because when I created Passionate Riders and I was doing that logo and everything, first thing that hit my mind, even the creativity of the logo, was God. So I knew that we didn't have God in what we were doing when we were with that other person. And the minute I knew that, said, if we can eliminate the devilment of what's going on and walk in the light of something spiritual, whether it be Muslim, Buddha, Baptist, Christian, but I don't care.
We putting God first.
Long as we putting God first.
There we
And
go.
I stepped up there with it. I came up with that thing by first thing first. Boom, blank screen. Boom, God first. The eye of God.
All seeing eye, baby.
And I made sure that eye was right. And I didn't want that eye till it was the right way, and I felt like it was looking back at me. You might want to know that's how I created that. That eye started to look back at me. I know I love God. I know that was God all seeing eye. That's when I put the heart dead in the center. Because he's the overseer of all, and God is love. And love.
Come on.
So that's why, see, there's a reason behind everything I do. And the outreach ministry ain't about four walls and trying to make folks rich. It's about being out there in the community, making a difference.
In the community.
Not on the east side, west side, north side, but all sides. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
We can go right down to Daytona Beach on a vacation together, all of us, and have a blast. But the first time I see somebody that needs some ministering or need to know something, I feel like something on their heart, church will go down right there on the corner.
Right. But that's what we do.
Okay.
That's how we do it.
This ain't nothing that's new to the folks. We true to this.
We true to
doing this.
This is what we do.
We are the church. You are the minister. You are the minister. You're the church. The church is
COVID, go ahead, Ray. If COVID didn't teach us nothing, it should have taught you people that church is not those four walls that y'all get to every goddamn time. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with fellowship.
Right.
But if your church stopped when COVID started, it was a problem there.
God, let me tell y'all something, and y'all, I'm going to share this with the world because y'all probably ain't got it. COVID wasn't here to hurt us. COVID wasn't here to doggone break down. COVID was here to kill the mega church.
Whoa!
Now, y'all want to know what it is?
You heard what my brother said?
COVID was here to kill the mega church because the mega church became about dollar and not God.
Not about God. Okay.
I want to join your church, sir. Well, bring your tax returns. The devil.
How much you make a year?
Oh, wait a minute. No, not so much as that. Bring your tax returns so we can tell you what we're expecting from you.
Yeah, because you want my tax.
No, not what you're expecting from me, so we can set up direct deposit.
Right. Exactly.
Baby, when they start putting the ATMs in the church, I said,
baby,
I went to a church and I was in there, and no doubt, I love Dr. Pastor Lee. I love him. Love him. He teaches the word and the interpretations in there, and you leave out of there learning something pertaining to not just your life, but everybody's life and things going on in the world. He does a great job doing that. But where he's stuck at is the negrophilia. He got that whole doggone that mega church thing going on. Even though that man might have 10,000 people, I give him credit. I don't care where he see you at in the streets, he can call you by your name. But one problem I got with him is he has no control over the nepotism in the church. And that is a sinful way to run an organization where people are there to be fed through their spirit. I spent 3 to 4 years in the men's choir, and the entire men's choir, from the altos, the first soprano, second soprano, all the way around, pushed for the doggone the music ministry for me to they wanted me to solo about 4 songs throughout all them years. It was always the same 5 guys doing the solos, no matter what the songs was. There was a clique in the men's choir, and when it came to light, other people talked about it because I didn't speak on it because I was like, if that's how they running it, that's how they run it. Who am I? I ain't got nothing to say about it. But it was other people that when they get new songs, they were like, "Yo, Red could do that song. We need to let him do it." And they all say, "Oh, okay." And the next thing you know, Sunday comes and it's the same one of the 5 people.
Can I say this, Red? Because you know the song that we're going to, one of my songs that we're doing, right? That same kind of thing was in that place that I loved so much. Not so much with the leadership, but when it came down to the music ministry, You would rather take a Christian song and turn it into, change the words a little bit, as opposed to take this song that I wrote. Just, you know how hot that song is. You know how hot that song is. But because it wasn't coming from, like you say, that little clique.
And that is that spirit of nepotism.
And I'm telling you, I can't wait, because now I have more. Well, I don't know if I'm having more time, but for a little bit, I finished school. So for now, but I'm gonna have a little bit of time. So I hope that we thank you. So that we can work on it. And the fact that I know,
but it's
maybe it wasn't meant for them to have it.
It wasn't that. It's this. This is now. Everything that we've been doing, that we've been saying, have you not noticed the things that God was pointing to us spiritually that we were talking about doing, how it all got halfway done or fully done,
right.
Halfway done, fully done, stifled. Now we have built an entity for us to pour into ourselves.
Listen.
Be the light for other people to see that there are still real spiritual driven people on this.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I say here yesterday, like a movie, y'all. I say here like a movie. You know how on the movie, when somebody got to send an important email or something, and it's real important, so the close up will go in on their finger of hitting the enter button or whatever.
I did one of those.
When I hit that motherfucking enter button on that last piece of my assignment yesterday, I sat here and was stuck and start crying. And had to look and say, bitch, you did it. It is what, 2022. From 2017 to 2022, I got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree all through COVID, started new businesses. This syndicate is not stopping. We are going to gain momentum more and more and more and more and more and more.
Let me tell you something what happened.
We had.
This is why I've been wanting, I be wanting, a lot of times I be wanting Meets to be around me when I'm going to when I'm going to church or something like this. It's not, I don't need you there all the time, but it's the times that I ask you to be there. Those few times is because I know something. When I be saying that meet, it's because I know something. I know particularly that I need somebody strong in the spirit that's doggone gonna back me up, because I don't bite my tongue to nobody. I don't care nothing about your title. It's about the truth.
Right.
You know. And so for you all that don't know, and Meech witnessed it, that's why Apostle has such a problem with me, because I think I'm a challenge to him. He knows I can see through him. And that right there is where he doggone back me down, because he had all these opportunities for me until he sat down and had a conversation with me and couldn't control me.
Yeah, when somebody don't think that you're definitely on the path, like everybody has a path. And just because, remember I said this before, Meech, I used to always say this, especially when it came to all the different faiths. Okay, we know in the Old Testament, God said, I'm going to spread y'all out to the four corners of the earth, right?
Right.
For us all to get back the same damn way. Thank you, Muck. I think he would have just left us where the hell we was at. Okay, I don't think that somebody who's living in maybe a not developed country, I don't think when you get to the pearly gates or whatever they may be when we close our eyes, that St. Peter, whoever at the gate, or God or Jesus, whoever at the damn gate, say, well, nobody told you you didn't accept Jesus, so you can't come in here. Nobody told you about Muhammad? No. Moses and Abraham, you didn't. No, you can't come in here.
But hold on.
I just don't believe that our God would do that, because
I know he won't do it. You know why I know he won't do it? I'll tell you how much faith I got in this guy. Peep this. Hey, he professed and gave his life to God. He's going in the gate, but he did nothing to help nobody else.
Come on.
I brought 1,000 people to Jesus.
See,
I saved families and marriages. I have children out here in the streets that are not biologically mine, that I raised to be upright men in the industry. Everything that's negative that's supposed to be around them, they doing it in a positive light.
cool.
I've saved guys from selling drugs and going to jail. It's one guy that's still down here right now. I got an HVAC building doing all kind of stuff. He was with a clique of 11 kids selling dope and gang banging. Do you know all the rest of them is dead in the jail and he the only one running around here with a wife, kids? She's in the military and they are doing awesome. And that man, Meech, met him at my birthday.
Yeah.
Meech is a witness. That's why I said Meech has been around me when stuff like that happened. Not tonight, I got a headache. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen unless you make it happen in this world.
Exactly. And you can't tell somebody just because your path is your path that God wants you to walk to get to him. If we all gotta go somewhere, and y'all know my ignorant ass, I'm hopping on the plane. Red and them love to drive, so Red gonna be like, bitch, I'm driving. And Meech might say, well, you know what? I feel like seeing some scenery, and his ass gonna get on the train. We still going all three get to where we going.
Hello.
And guess what you just said? You just named 3 vessels with the same destination.
That's
what
right.
I'm saying. I've been teaching
And
this
guess what?
for the longest time.
Your vessel just showed a bunch of people sitting across from you, in front of you, and behind you how to peacefully get to your destination.
That's it.
Your vessel
It's always been a part
nature.
of my ministry to tell somebody just because I do it this way don't mean you got to do it this way. The end result, because your journey along the way is yours.
Right.
If anybody ever read The Alchemist.
See, we gotta understand something. Hey, let me tell you something. You remember you went through when you was going through a whole lot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As we all have.
Prayers up, everybody. My stepsister is on life support right now. Only Meech knew that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, and that's going on my prayer list tonight because the prayer closet is wide open.
Not one of them other lady kids, my real stepsister. Like she was my stepsister when I first was born.
No, it don't matter. Just put it in the prayer pocket. We got it. Look, what it is people got to understand. We all walk around with the big V on our chest because we're vessels, and the stories that we live are not our stories and they're not our own. We teach what we like. Okay, everything that you go through
ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
It's a lesson for somebody else.
It ain't for you.
How many times have I said that?
And sweetie, that there is a hard pill to swallow because woo, the whole idea. Because I don't care how much of a grown ass man or a grown ass woman that you are, your life ain't yours. Your life.
I said that before about sometimes when people die and you like, damn, they was such a good person and they was this and they was that. Their death wasn't about them.
Right.
Their death was for something else.
Right.
Somebody else close to them might have really, really, really needed to wake up.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we think about this, like you said, Red, all of us really been going through a lot. That girl upstairs, we've been there with her with these last couple years of the struggling of just figuring out what she gonna do, where she gonna be, whatever.
Right.
She opened that email the other day. That motherfucker, y'all know AIU always late with giving shit. But last term she was on the dean's list, and this term she's on the president's list. Do you understand? Right. Those things, that little things that people take for granted because you never know what somebody's going through.
Right. But it's also for us, you know, when we, you know, the Baptist children and care and all that, I always say, you know, your testimonies and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But one of the things about this, I tell this all the time and teach this, the greatest gift that we are to one another is of service. We have to be of service to one another, regardless of what it is that you call yourself doing or however you do it in whatever capacity that you're in. I was just having a conversation with a former adult entertainer. And we were talking, and he would say he was on the podcast with other that was on, you know, other porn stars. And they were talking about how they were tired of the business, you know. I'm tired. I'm ready to settle down and this, and this. And I told him, I said, child, this is a good conversation for you. Because in this, you're able to navigate them because you're out of it. So you not got out of it. Look at what you're doing with your life now. Bobby Blake, honey. He was an ordained minister when he went in. Okay. And so this, that, and the other. And so now he has his own ministries and carrying on. But I said a lot of folks may have shunned on you for that. But they didn't understand what your journey was, because God had you in this particular space because you had to get to the people. You know? So what, you was in sex work, but the mission and the goal was still there.
Okay, hold on, Peter. Hold on.
Did you just call him Peter?
Hold on.
I know he did. I was trying to
Hold
go over
on.
that. I was trying to go over that. I was trying to go over that, but okay.
Hold on. So what you saying is,
Oh Lord, there it is. And the shit show begins. What he saying, Rick?
you saying the old gods was old good for the old great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I hate y'all.
No, more so old daddy, but okay.
Just know, y'all, once Red gets so what you saying is it's going to shit up, bro.
But oftentimes, you know, regardless of where you are, not oftentimes, all the time, regardless of where you are, whatever your walk of life is, your life is not yours simply because you have to. Your life becomes a teachable moment, whether you want it to or not. See, that's the part, because you don't know who's looking at you, who's watching you, who you know, who trying to model themselves after you. You know what I'm saying? Because we tell that to kids all the time, you know, or they latch on to something because spirit identifies spirit. Mm-hmm. So a good, bad, or indifferent, which is why, you know, certain elements you want you know, if you're trying to have your kids around somebody, kids will gravitate to what they know, but you know good people and you know bad people. Right. Not about whether or not they, you know, whatever you may not like the lifestyle, but right. You know a good person versus a bad person. Because you know you can go into a room and then get a feel about somebody, and you might not be able to pinpoint it, but it's something. Right. Right. Your spidey senses get the tingling. Spidey senses tingling, honey. They're gonna call it grace. Listen, you know, and you got to think about like the way me and Misha are. When we're out, or when all of us is out. Well, Red is the, you know, he's the watcher. He gonna make sure he see every motherfucking thing. And that goddamn one upstairs. That's why she didn't force. She see everything. But we might be more talking to people, you know, interacting and stuff like that. But so if we come across a motherfucker when we like, because I don't know whatever your aura just was that just walked past here. right. Over there. Okay. Right. Okay. How about that?
Well, I'm thrown and tossed like a salad. But look.
Oh Jesus. I'm getting Lord.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I remember back in the day when I first found out what that was. When I first found out what that was, when we was like teenagers, I was like, you know how you just like super, you don't know, you confused, you appalled, you don't know what the fuck happened. They like, oh, you want some tossed salad? And you know, when you don't know, you like, oh yeah, I'll take some. And then somebody got explained it to you. It was like that, and I was like,
you're nasty.
I was touching all the goddamn pearls I ain't never wore before.
Hey,
no.
All I know is that I am sitting here trying to figure out, okay, this Pastor Slanger that you talking about, right? He
I want to work in his ministry. He trying to pull the people out.
He did a lot of pulling out. What I'm saying.
I knew your ass was finna say that.
I was
knew
trying when it was coming out.
You were trying to catch it. I saw you trying to really bad.
What I'm trying to say is, you know how when you learn how to speak in front of people, and in ministry you have to do that a lot. You have to be comfortable in your skin. Well, I mean, yeah. This is confusing. Yeah, but you have to be comfortable with. And they always do the old thing say you gotta imagine folks naked. So, but he don't have to imagine. You know what I'm saying?
No, he doesn't. No, because oftentimes it's the other way around. They had already seen him.
Right.
Well, why don't he just walk around with nothing but a collar on?
Well, no, because that would defeat.
Well, he said he's tired of it, and now.
Yeah, and listen, no. Bobby has been out of the game for like 20 some odd years.
Oh, okay.
Okay. However,
but he knew it, so he could be able to minister.
Exactly.
To people. Okay, I got
exactly.
You.
But like I said, while he was in it, when I first met him, I had found out he was an ordained minister, and I was like, "What?" And it threw me off. And that's when he was, at the top of his game at the time. No pun intended.
So he was top
all day.
Father, fix it.
So at that particular time, I was this was well before I had started, the platform or whatever. But I told him then, I said, I need to interview you because I got questions.
I do too.
And so,
even I got questions.
Then after he retired and carrying on, but see, his stuff is still up on the porn sites and carrying on. Because if you watch the stuff, you would think that he's still involved and active, kind of like how Maddie is. Maddie is out of the business, but her shit is still active.
But I want to know that if he's ministering and he comes to certain areas in the Bible, and he say things like, "My staff and rod is within thee." You know what I'm saying? Do he have flashbacks?
I knew your ass was gonna be.
Why do y'all do me like that? I'm asking serious questions.
Like that TikTok sound, I'm just minding my business.
I think y'all do me so wrong. I'm just curious.
I told y'all see how serious he was at first, but the minute he say what you saying is trust me, the rest of the shit is going right.
So, nonetheless, darling, it has just been. It was a very interesting, but we had a wonderful talk earlier today. So. That there is really.
I had a talk at sunrise.
Not completely sunrise, but almost though, yeah. But yeah.
But both y'all was up though.
What's that? Oh, that's chicken.
The symbolism behind that is just fascinating. Okay. The symbolism behind that chicken bone was just fascinating.
Right.
Hey, they say this life is hard.
And juicy at times. But anyway.
We're going to have to start putting the damn adult thing. Just in case anybody kids just having to flip by.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Okay, you know what? Let me change the subject.
That don't be me. That be Meech.
Let me change the subject.
Are we talking about what's come out now, or we still?
No, I got one more. I got one more.
Okay.
One more.
I'm sick of these foolish ass, hateful ass fucking people. Y'all get on my nerves.
I know, but wait a minute. You ain't listen. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh Jesus, Father, please fix this.
Okay. Plans to sue Whoopi Goldberg and other media for spreading, quote, lies about him. Let me read you this article. Now, this is posted 2 days ago. Okay. And this is on the news app. Okay, to catch this. Okay. It says, much like the shocking acquittal of George Zimmerman in the murder of Trayvon Martin almost 10 years ago to the date, Kyle Rittenhouse being found not guilty in his highly publicized murder trial in Kenosha late last year caused many to feel a huge yet unsurprising letdown in the justice system, the judicial system rather. And also, like Zimmerman, Rittenhouse is looking to extend his 15 minutes of infamy by launching a frivolous lawsuit campaign against media outlets, particularly The View host WHOOPI Goldberg, for spreading the quote-unquote lie that he's a murderer. The Illinois teen, known for traveling to Wisconsin during protests last summer with an AR-15 rifle and killing 2 men in the name of self-defense, stopped by conservative outlet Tucker Carlson's show on Monday to reveal the plans of his pending lawsuit. Quote, right now we're looking at quite a few Rittenhouse, end quote, Rittenhouse told the Fox News anchor in regards to an initiative he calls the Media Accountability Project. Also adding, quote, politicians, celebrities, athletes, Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. She called me a murderer after I was acquitted by a jury of my peers. She went on to say that, and there's others. His reasoning stems from not wanting to see, in his words, quote, anybody else have to deal with what I went through, end quote, while ending his announcement by stating, quote, we are going to hold everybody who's lied about me accountable, such as everybody who's lied, called me a white supremacist. They're all going to be held accountable, and we're going to handle them in a courtroom, end quote. Experts are already stating that Rittenhouse's success rate with these proposed lawsuits is close to zero, according to the Journal Times. And we'd have to agree with that notion. Besides, it's hard to fight the title of murderer when you've got 2 bodies on your hands, self-defense or not.
Where's the lie?
Okay, hold on.
I'm trying to find where the lies detected at.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me help him out. Let me help him out right quick. Not on behalf of Dish and T. Not on behalf of Aunt Nikki 215. None of that. But on behalf of Big Red, Big Entertainment, Atlanta Hot Radio, you're a white supremacist. Do
I
something.
endorse that message.
First of all, you wouldn't have to worry about that if you wouldn't have took your little big cracking down head ass out there in the first place when you had no business.
And
But
you heard what my sister said.
where's the lie? You are a murderer. You got to pick your own jury. So there you have it. You're a murderer. I don't care how you put it.
The only thing I heard truthfully in the whole thing was a jury of his peers.
Yeah, you was acquitted, and you was acquitted. Those the 2.
A jury of his peers, because none of them are homies.
Hold on.
Yeah, right. Listen, so since my brother let y'all know that he didn't want to speak for us, I want you to know that Aniki 215, aka VP Storm of the Passionate Riders, Alo Nana 215, NSM Entertainment Group LLC.
Wow.
Endorse this message.
How about
Did I
that?
get all of them?
I'm going to say this.
Come on.
I'm going to say John 11:35.
Come on. In the room.
Give it to him.
Jesus wept.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. Is it John 11:35? And you can add my name to this entire list. You can put this entire platform, Dishing T Entertainment. Okay. You can put my platform because, bitch, you are just that. You are a murderer. And I'm going to go one further. I'm going to say your mama should have been charged right along with you.
I kept saying it from the very beginning. His mother should have been charged.
And carrying on, because the thing
Child
is this,
endangerment at least.
what you're not going to do is try to get me for having a motherfucking opinion. Just like y'all was coming after the alphabet children and carrying on, or the alphabet children coming after y'all, you're not coming after me because I am a pop culture commentator or someone with an opinion about.
You go ahead around there fucking with Whoopi if you want to.
Now you can sit down there and claim that it was a lie. But darling, wait a minute. Hold on. What I'm gonna do this. Hold on.
Yeah, he gonna fuck around, come up missing.
Hold on. Okay.
He's suing y'all president. He told Joe Biden is on that list of suits. Boy, get out of here.
Well, go ahead, sue with your dumb ass.
He broke.
Listen, the definition of murderer. Okay.
Look the words up. Y'all know it.
Definition of murderer.
What does it say, brother?
And this is coming from Merriam-Webster.
Oh,
she has been published since 1828.
Come on.
Okay.
What she has said.
And it says one who murders. Okay, that's the first one. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. Especially one who commits the crime of murder. Okay. Now, that's Merriam-Webster. Okay. Now, the other one, and this here is coming from Oxford. Oxford says, a person who commits murder, a killer.
You took somebody's life. They didn't die of natural causes. They didn't die of disease. They didn't die by accident. Bitch, you killed them.
Now.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. You got those. Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
All right.
What it say?
It say from the thesaurus of the hood of negrophilia.
Come on, read it.
A murderer is a cracker that commits a crime that this cracker committed and comes to cry about it because he ran his money out in legal fees. And thus he wants to sue everybody that's black or connected to black people, which makes him a racist murderer. And I have a few more adjectives, except
I was going to say, that was the word, and the word was the word.
Yeah, and negrophilia, they decided they were like, they don't have time for this cracker shit. That's
Okay, right.
That's what the Palm Pilot has said.
Okay.
Hey, we got the Cupcake Chronicles over here.
Cupcake Chronicles. You don't have no money because you have to pay for security for somebody to protect your ass. That's the problem. You have the money.
And that money gonna run out too. Keep fucking with them people talking about something you gonna sue somebody. If you think you're gonna sue Joe Biden and Joe Biden just told Russia y'all ain't getting y'all money, bitch.
You know what? Here is where the sadness in all this is. Because we could say that he's gonna run out of money. But he went on conservative radio. I mean, conservative program.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They will back him. They will go fund him to death.
Listen, Trump, when he got acquitted, Trump invited him to go meet.
He did. And somebody else. And so who was said they was giving him an internship?
Yes. DeSantis in Florida.
Fucking Florida. You Floridians, y'all better get.
Okay, we got internships down here for him.
You need to take them out to the Bermuda Triangle.
You know what?
So we have
where all the ancestors at.
Sad. It's beyond sadness or whatever, but at the same time, is it something that we are surprised about or shocked about? No. The thing of it is that the times that we're living in, a lot of us, honey, we've got to do better with educating ourselves on a lot of the laws of this land and carrying on, because what is being thrown in our faces, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the people don't give a damn.
They don't. And
they don't give a damn.
And they don't give a damn even more now.
We could call it racism. We could call it bigotry. We could call it prejudices and whatever. The whole thing of it is that those who are under that ideology that Agent Orange had, Agent Orange was a one-hit wonder. What I mean by that is he had everybody who started following him, they had one issue that they liked. Right. And so that one issue banded with this one issue, banded with this one issue, banded with this one. And so when it all came together, he got 70 million issues. Mm-hmm. Okay, of people who following him, and people
who think like him,
and even if they I keep saying, I stress it like this, even if they don't think like him, he gaslit them because
I think that too, because I think a lot of the shit, especially the racist motherfuckers, I don't really think he all the way thinks like that.
I don't think he thinks it
I think he
completely like
thinks like
that.
that
Which
when
is
it comes to poor people.
he gets that way, but he gaslights them because he speaks enough of their language. It's just like this. I'm not Latino, but I know I know enough Spanish to get me out of something. Okay,
I ain't German. I ain't German, but I know enough to get by, honey. I can
okay.
live.
So
I
if I
can live
speak
there
your
comfortably.
language,
I ain't none of that exotic nut stuff, but I know enough to get me in something.
okay, see, so to understand that, and I say that all the time, especially during those campaign years or whatever. I say he may not be racist or whatever, but you know how to speak their motherfucking language.
You know how to speak their language.
You know how to speak their language, and
riled
so
up,
now
to get them riled up. Who else you
them-
know could get somebody that riled up that they'll go storm the Capitol building?
exactly, and then on top of it,
And then
because
you want to call them patriots?
all you do is
I still ain't got this bit. I still ain't got this bit.
huh?
Because I just every time I sit and think about them storming the Capitol building,
But we can't have a peaceful protest without motherfuckers getting shot.
So are they considered terrorists since they?
Yeah, they didn't make the terrorist list, did they?
No.
No, and that's what I'm
Because
thinking
the
about too.
KKK
Because
never been on
that's
a terrorist
domestic
list.
terrorism, and all of that should have been an act of treason. Anytime you go up against your
That was an act of treason.
That was.
That was an act of
We
treason.
said it that day.
It was an act of treason. Now we do have one death. The one girl died. And do you know them children said that they're trying to sue them police officers for killing her? They're trying to. Somebody said they were trying to sue because she was the casualty or everything.
Every time I think about even the police, I think about that fucking scene that I saw with that black cop on the step by his fucking self,
Right.
and they was about to kill, and the rest of them motherfuckers left him by himself. That's what I saw, and I can't even get past that. Like, one of y'all died? Really? Y'all in an uproar about one?
One, exactly. And then how close they were to getting to Pence because they were after Pence. And he stopped them from getting to him.
He was like, listen, I ain't got shit to do with what this man talking about.
Okay. But in all of this, that there is what we have to deal with. This child here, this damn child here, he got enough people that behind him to where folks that are from the NRA and this, that, and the other who sit up there and still, because a lot of them NRA children were there, who stand behind that, they would end up funding him. If he play his cards right, this boy got to work at least for another 10 years. Okay, he's 18 years old, so a lot of them are going to nurture him like he's some kind of child. You know, and going to want to teach him the ropes and want to get him into politics and this, that, and the other.
Yep.
Simply because, I mean, hell, they already coined the damn what I say they coined this little thing, the what? Hold on. Oh no, wait a minute. I done child. Fuck this hoe. I got something on Candace Owens comparing the Canadian authorities to Hitler.
I think I got that.
What the hell? I'm trying to get to what he called this little thingamabob, honey, that he's going after the journalists. He done gave it a name, which means that, and I want y'all to pay attention. I want the Media Accountability Project.
Bitch.
Okay. TMAP, the Media Project. Now I want y'all to pay attention to that. The reason why I want to why I'm highlighting that is because I want you to pay attention, because within the next 2 years or so, watch these damn conservative Republicans come to try to create a bill.
That's going to
try to make that into a law.
Oh, they probably already working on it.
Right, because they got a title, the Media Accountability Project. How about
Maybe
that?
It's a wonder Santos ain't slipped it in with the other bullshit he done slipped in down Florida.
Right. Okay. So that there is where we are with all of this, honey. This is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah. So
I just want to be I wish we could put something in one of those rooms, because this is the shit. The motherfuckers is so nervous because that shift in that atmosphere started. And although you hate us so motherfucking much, you're a little scared now.
You know, with the whole they're
Look, when
scared.
all them beige babies start coming up like that.
Well, the whole, you know what, and I really believe this is going to be God's colossal joke because I really believe that, you know, a lot of the land or the race of people that's going to have all the power are going to be the mulattoes, because everybody going to be mixed.
That's a what you call 'em term, remember?
Huh?
That's a what you call 'em term.
Whose term?
Mulatto is a what you call 'em.
Yeah, that's a racist term.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's fine. And I'm saying it this way because
the world is gonna be full of graham crackers.
See?
Exactly. That's why I said all the beige babies.
Right.
So they start getting nervous because you got to think about it. Most of the world is people of color.
Right.
You were only the majority here in the UK. But when
which is why
in the UK all start looking beige.
Yeah.
You scared, and you got every right to be, because not only or is it fucking with you, it ain't fucking with us. I don't give a fuck. I got a bunch of little beige babies around here. Y'all seen them. The rise of us being an affluent people again. And you will not be able to get away with trying to burn our shit down like you have in the past.
Right.
Because now you see we ain't scared to burn your shit down too.
Right.
So if you burn ours down, yours going too, and ain't nobody
right.
Shit.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. And that there is.
You ain't paying the insurance? Okay. You ain't getting shit either, because we gonna fuck up all y'all shit.
Exactly.
We smart, motherfucker. Our kids know this technology.
Right.
Shut down every motherfucking grid, every bank grid, every motherfucker. What you need to do is stop playing with us.
See. And that there is where all that is, honey. So that's that. So let's end tonight, honey, because we could go round with this shit. It's just that, like I said, tonight's show was called Here We Go Again, honey, because you children are just absolutely asinine with some of this bullshit. And I'm like, okay.
Yes, like get your lives together. Find something to do. Listen, it's like the Wiz. Can you feel a brand new day? Get your life together.
Okay, get your hair done. Get your nails did.
Right.
Okay. Or something. Get a pedicure. Okay. So
make sure y'all watch Medea's new movie. It was funny. I don't usually laugh at the movies as much as I do the plays. You were right, Meech. That motherfucker. I mean, I was laughing from the very time it came on. That motherfucker. You're disgusting. And make sure you go. I told y'all I ain't been this hooked on the show since that goddamn Olivia Pope, honey.
Oh, text me that.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you. Did Meech send it to you?
Text me that.
I'm about to do it right now, baby.
Listen, well, I ain't gonna get into
y'all some Peacock.
I ain't gonna get into it because Brad ain't seen it, all of it.
Yeah, I'm just telling y'all to go watch. That's it.
Listen, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
I think this is what it is, Red. I'm about to say.
Okay, the whole idea of this show, when you get into it, it makes sense because you can actually follow how the comedy show, you can actually see, okay, this is what they meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can absolutely see it. And the writing is superb.
I can tell from that first episode that the way they doggone carried that, they gave you the real of everything funny you saw.
The writing is fucking superb.
And remember, the people who did this, because of which y'all, if you do not know, Will did not write Bel Air.
Yeah.
Those young men put that shit together and they presented it on motherfucking Instagram for Will to see it.
Right.
2 years ago.
Yeah. This was a plan.
Maybe that was a marketing motherfucking
it was
genius.
A plan to where they were like, listen, what if this was done like this?
And then, we had to watch it because we was like, okay, if they're going to start it in Philly, because y'all know the regular show didn't start in Philly. It started in LA.
Right. In LA.
I can honestly tell you that was no motherfucking stage. It wasn't that. They were there.
Right.
Oh, no, I knew when they was at the basketball court, they was
When
there.
they was at 56 and Market,
Yeah,
at
when
the
they
coffee store on the side of the
and
store.
the
And I need to ask Will too, because motherfucker, if you don't put mayonnaise on your cheesesteak, Will, me and you got a problem. We don't understand. We understand. But
did you see the bodega in the background in the first episode?
yeah, we go, listen. You know, New York they bodegas, and Philly they the poppy store.
They the poppers, right? But I'm saying,
So they were actually there when him and his mom was outside. You saw the L train and everything.
Right.
They were there. That was not a sound stage. They were there. Then when I saw my boy Freeway in the locker room as they coach, I said, "Well, goddamn, they don't." That's on the first episode, you guys. So
yeah.
it does give you a good look into the way stuff possibly could have went.
Right. But here's the thing,
Hillary, Coco Jones. I'm a fan of Coco Jones, so I think they did an amazing job of putting her in that thing because she was underrated and because when she was a Disney star. But you know, when you're a little too chocolate for Disney, honey, sometimes.
When you're not the chosen one, yeah, because you got to say sometimes.
Right.
Every now and again,
they slip one in there. But yeah, so Coco Jones has been working hard ever since. You know what I'm saying? And I watch her on YouTube with the Terrell Show and stuff. So I was pleasantly surprised, and from the first episode, she's done an amazing job. So she's embodied Hillary in a way that I didn't think, because you know we just think of Hillary as a light-skinned airhead,
right?
And she's brown-skinned and doing her thing. She still got some, you know what I mean? She's still trying to find her way, like Hillary was trying to find her way, but she's actually trying to find her way.
Right.
But Hillary just ain't give a damn. Hillary was like, "Fuck this bitch."
It's really, 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 really good. And so, for those of you who have not watched this on the Peacock Network, and I need for you guys to really get into it, I'm telling you, I wish they had went on and just did it so that it could just stream. But you know.
But you know what? That's marketing.
And I know they want to tease
because
everybody.
It's so good. When you got something that good,
yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah. And
it's like, after you watch that, Action Movie Alert 355, the one with Lupita and Penelope Cruz, and it's like,
I haven't seen that.
The 355. Oh, baby. So we had UK, Germany.
Yeah.
Colombia, and Japan.
Yeah, all five of them, they the best in the country. Yeah,
some badass bitches. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the Peacock, y'all. It's on the Peacock.
Okay, that's what we're gonna watch in a minute. Soon as we hang this up. But yeah, and then like going back to Medea's thing.
Yeah, it really was the play. It was
the play. It's up on Netflix. But I'm telling y'all, child, anytime Tyler starts saying something that's funny, I'm not real big on slapstick comedy and carrying on, and obvious black comedy, because Tyler writes obvious black comedy.
Right.
But when I tell you this motherfucker here is funny, and he
be cussing more, like it ain't just damn in there. Like,
child, when she talking about this motherfucker on fire, baby, I scream. I said, did she just swell out the big mama? She threw out the big mama.
Funny. And for me, like I said, I love the plays because the musical theater, like when you go to one of Tyler's plays, the music carries the whole thing because the music tells the story. And baby, he be having them singers. If he don't get shit else, he get them singers.
Okay.
And that shit will pierce your soul. So for me, the movies has always been for me to be able to just like support, and I like them. I might watch them on just to watch them. But today, I was cracking the hell up.
This here, yeah. So I'm sure he's going to get his numbers because one of the things I like about Netflix is that when they say the date, they mean midnight of the day.
Yeah.
So
If you
it
stay up,
posted at midnight, honey. So I'm like, okay.
Peacock is like that too, just in case for anybody. Whatever. Bel Air comes on Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
A little bit after 12. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So be that as it may. So those are our reviews for the now.
Yeah.
Okay. To get into and to really understand a couple of things. Oh God, Red, hurry up because we need to talk.
I know.
It's the episode. I just got to get your take on this because I was like, damn, it go down like that, child.
Hey, Red, though, when you first seen Carlton, didn't you say they did Carlton dirty?
Yeah.
I was like, Alfonso Rivera somewhere like, I know the fuck y'all lying.
No, but
now what Meek said was it does work. It does. It does work.
I tell you what, it works. It works character. It works character-wise.
Right, character-wise. But your initial look, I was like,
well, yeah, when you first look at him, you
like y'all know y'all the
fuck. No, it worked perfectly.
Little Anteater looking at, you know.
It worked perfectly for me.
He looked like he need to be somewhere doing an episode of a new Star Trek and a new Klingon.
But see, his acting skills and his arrogance, prestige.
Oh, yes.
The whole thing of it is it worked for me immediately because the rich darkness of his skin, his features, because he's from the island somewhere, because he got island
features. He's either African or from the
something,
island.
Yeah. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, ooh, yes.
Yeah, because when we talk about it today, it made me think more about how him being that dark but being white.
But it worked when you see who Phil is.
Yeah. God, that's my husband.
That motherfucking Jeffrey, my husband. Jeffrey, that's gangster in these motherfucking streets. Y'all understand me?
Wait a minute.
Jeffrey is not the butler. That's the only spoiler I can give y'all.
He said he's the house manager.
He's the house manager.
Correct. That motherfucker.
He ain't in the kitchen cooking the motherfucking thing. He ain't opening the door for no motherfucking.
No, house manager, aka security, aka listen.
AKA he handling whatever the fuck need to be handled.
All right. I got
Red. Let's get off so my brother can see it.
Listen, no, Jeffrey doesn't make me hot. Cause I'm like, ooh.
You gotta keep Phil this time because I'm keeping Jeffrey.
Huh?
I'm keeping Jeffrey so you can have Phil. Phil got more money. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, I know, could just make it happen. Whatever I want, he gonna make it happen. So it don't matter if he got.
Hey, yeah, you get Phil, so you just fly me in when I want to come swimming or something.
Okay, well, so I keep Phil. Just don't be greedy.
Yeah, just fly me in.
Yeah, because Jeffrey will make it happen for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure he got a big stash.
Right. You want to ask Hillary for a favor?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do this. Okay, I'll hold on. I'll hold on to Phil. I'll hold on to Phil. But yeah. I'll pull Jeffrey's coattail.
Oh, and Lisa. Oh.
I was still trying to figure out how Lisa was looking at Carlton as I would have read. In my head, she could have might as well got a regular white.
Well, we know, right? You immediately when you see Lisa and you look at Carlton, you already see why that didn't work. So
you like, nigga,
right?
She could have got Chad or Brett or one of them,
right? But honey,
but that's the excellent jazz. That's the excellent jazz.
That is an excellent.
Oh my God, yes,
that is an excellent jazz.
I can't wait to see how that's going to flush.
Oh yeah, because I feel like we'll be throwing them out. So
no, because that was part of the comedy. You know that was the shtick.
Mm-hmm.
But we're finna go to see what's up with that. You know,
it seems like he's going to be a good friend.
Yeah, but that might. But it would be interesting if. Oh wait a minute, never mind.
Yeah, because we ain't seen the next ones. I keep seen that.
Okay, well then shut up. We got to go there because damn it.
Oh, you doing it tonight? Come on. We could all do it. Come on.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
I ain't take a breath. Shit, I can't. Come on, Nay.
Oh no, that's the thing over here, honey.
Oh, that's lady.
Yeah, she
Come on,
actually got it right this time. Okay. Not your
Get it, me.
okay. She
Hey. Oh, me, put that cover over that cage.
You know.
Bye, y'all. Hateful.
Okay. Fuck it. You know what? Never mind. We just go. I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, go watch the damn thing and make
just
sure I know you the right login. See if that's it.
okay. Just bye. Shit.
Bye.